Hi, I'm going to show you how I do an oil change on my 1996 Fatboy. I'm going to change the engine oil, the transmission oil, and the primary chain case oil. First, I'm going to show you how I put my bike on the stands and get it ready to drain. I like to use these frame protectors. I'm going to put the frame protectors on now. The frame protectors are on in place, and now I'll slide the jack underneath to lift the bike. Alright, I'm jacking the bike up so I can put the stands under the wheels and remove the jack from underneath the bike. This is the stand that I'll be putting under the front wheel. I made a quick release so I don't have to spin it out. A little bit high right now. I'm going to lower it just so it touches. It's touching the stand right now, so now I'll tighten it against the tire. Lock it down so it won't move. Now I'll put the rear one on. Pull this out. Lower it. Make sure it's in good position. Now it's touching the stand. Lock it down. Now I'll remove the jack. Now the bike's ready to work on. Okay, now I'm going to get ready to drain the motor oil. There's a rubber hose under here that you have to free up and let it hang down. Now that it's hanging down, I can take the hose clamp off and take the plug out and drain. I'm going to crack the oil cap loose a little bit so it'll drain better. Take the hose clamp off. Take the drain plug out. While the motor oil is draining, I'm going to take the plug out of the transmission and let it drain too. A little bit harder to get to because the exhaust is in the way. The plug is loose. I'm going to loosen the cap to the transmission so that oil will drain better too. Next we're going to get the primary chain case oil draining. This is the primary case. It's got a plug on it just like the transmission. I'm going to take the plug out, let it drain. Later we'll check the tension on the primary chain. Earlier this morning I warmed the bike up. Warm oil drains better than cold oil. Next I'm going to take off my oil filter and let that drain also. I'm going to put this on. It'll keep the oil from draining onto my frame and my engine. I bought it at Harley Davidson. I had to trim it so it fit better. Then it works good. Now when the oil drains out after I loosen the oil filter, it's going to just come down this and go right into my bucket. It's a simple little oil filter wrench. I really like it. It doesn't scratch anything. Now just let it drain. Okay, I'm finished with my real work day. Now I'm going to finish this. Doesn't seem to be dripping anymore. I'm going to just wipe off anything that might have got on the motor or on the frame before I put the new oil filter on. Even though the oil filter goes on the motor like this, you can still pour some oil in it before you install it and get it a little bit primed. Put a little oil on the O-ring. Okay, now I'm going to put on the oil filter. If you keep it spinning, it won't drip. Okay, I wiped off the motor oil plug and the hose clamp. I'm going to plug that off and put the hose back in position. tuck the hose back up. There's a little loop on the frame that it goes into, and it kind of keeps it from moving. Okay, now I'm going to get the plug for the transmission ready. What you do is take off the old thread tape. And wrap a new piece on the plug. And put the plug back. Get the oil pans out of the way. Okay, I'm going to put the motor oil in now. I wipe my funnel, nice and clean. This is the one I already opened up to prime the oil filter. I don't even have to look, I know it'll take the first quart. I'm using Redline 2050 fully synthetic oil. I'm sure this one will go in all the way too. Well, this is the third quart. I'm going to see how much it takes. Hard to see in there. About half a quart went in. And take the funnel out. Put the oil filler cap back on. Now we'll fill the transmission. I'm going to wipe off the dipstick and just check it and see where it is. It's just about perfect. Get a wrench and tighten that cap up. It's good. Alright, now all we got to do is finish the primary. Okay, I'm going to put the plug that we took out to drain the primary back in. I already put the Teflon tape on the threads. out of the way. Got a new derby cover O-ring, inspection cover gasket, and seals for all the bolts. Take the derby cover off. That's how I fill it when I'm ready to fill it. Okay, gotta take the inspection cover off. This is where you check how tight the chain is. What you do is you put your finger in and lift on the chain, and it should move about 1/2 inch to 7/8 of an inch. It feels good. I'm going to take the old O-ring off. Go to the side. There's a little area that the O-ring fits into. Should stay put. Since my chain doesn't need to be adjusted, I'm going to put the inspection cover back on. Put all new seals on the bolts. New gasket, cover. Tighten them up evenly. Main thing is I don't want to over tighten, because we're tightening into aluminum threads. That feels good. Next, we're going to fill the oil. The primary should hold just about exactly 1/4. It's going to take a little bit more than 1/4. This is an open port I had in the back with just a little bit in. I ought to do the trick. That looks perfect. Now I'm going to put the new oil seals on the bolts. Put a little film of oil on the O-ring. Now I'll just tighten them up. Okay, I think it's time to fire it up, see if I have any leaks, and fill up the oil filter and then recheck the oil. It's in neutral. Alright, now we're going to recheck the oil. Needs a little bit. Alright, that looks good. We're done. I almost forgot. I better put it back on the ground. Make sure the kickstand's down. There you go. Don't forget to take the frame protectors off.